What's an instant clothing turn off for you when looking at the opposite sex? Men, ill-fitting clothing, especially suits and Guy Fieri sunglasses, fine on guy, obviously. Skin-colored leggings, the ones that make you do a double take because you think for a second they're naked from the waist down. Ed Hardy and basically anything bejazzled. I think it's bedazzled, but I like your word better. Those badass shirts, like the ones you find on r/I am very badass. The oddly specific I was born during a tornado in July of 1977 while Lynyrd Skynyrd screeched in the background. Do not fuck with me. I live in FL, so anything Salt Life. Edit. For those that don't know, it's a clothing brand that is a part of the Trailer Park Trash Starter Pack. You see the logo on fucking everything they can fit that fucking thing on. Also, holy fuck, it's spreading. Every time I see that decal on the back of a car, it always looks like it says Slut Life at first glance. Oh Christ, my inbox. I guess it's not just me. Live in the UK, those pants that have juicy written on the bum. What, are the early 2000s just hitting the UK or something? I thought those were long gone. Belly hanging out from the bottom of the shirt that isn't long enough. Mostly has to do with fat people like me. Shirts that are way too tight. So tight that the buttons near the tummy may pop out. Tank top screaming, Lotto. I don't fit you. Does heavy ass cologne count as clothing? They basically put it on like a wetsuit layer. I hate all ass colognes. Jeans that drag on the ground. The kind that have seen such tragedy that they have holes worn through from constantly being stepped on and dragged across the rough ground. Used to be a style that will come back eventually. Jeans that don't fit a man's ass, i.e., when they're slip sliding down to their knees. Oh thank you. Joke's on you, I don't have an ass. Little known fact, if you wear any pants with words on the ass you gain 350 pounds instantly. Anything with a pot leaf on it. Can't speak for turn-offs, but if you ain't wearing socks and Crocs then we ain't fucking. Anything other than chainmail. Sagging pants. You look like a toddler with a full diaper. Wife beaters. Very hard to pull off. Crocs. Just can't. Way too baggy trousers. I don't want to see 3 inches of your boxers in public. Edit. I responded to some, but just for the record, I'm not denying Crocs serve a practical purpose. They are just very aesthetically unappealing to me. And also, don't forget, no one else's opinion but your own really matters. Wife beaters are only good for gym and undershirt. And beating your wife, of course. Dudes wearing pants below their butt so their underwear is showing. Sleeveless hoodies. My ex had one. He also had extremely hairy armpits. Don't know why he wouldn't just get rid of it. Edit. Get rid of the hoodie, not the armpits. It was a hideous shade of brownish grayish. Tiger print stuff makes me think of 50 years old trailer park women. The first time I came home with leopard print lingerie, my husband kindly told me that everyone he knew that wore animal print stuff was batshit crazy and it was a complete turn off for him. Smiley face. Edit. Great. My most popular post is about leopard print lingerie. The people asking about the second time, there wasn't one. I literally had never owned any animal print items before and was looking to get something different for my husband. Then he told me never again, haha. Those claw-like fake fingernails. Wait, that's not clothing. Carry on. Feather boas. Hulk Hogan pulled off a feather boa way better than any woman ever will, and honestly, you're just shooting yourself in the foot by inviting the comparison. Huge plastic nails. Too much of jewelry. Those weird sharpie-in eyebrows that women wear these days. I'm just confused by this trend. Call me old-fashioned, but I like my eyebrows made of hair. Those dresses that don't taper at all, so it kind of looks like a big windsock. You mean t-shirt dresses? Edit. For the record, I really like how t-shirt dresses look on women. I was just trying to help Pop find their words. I shouldn't have read this thread. Now I feel ugly with my loose clothing. It's comfortable. My friend was recently saying the same, but then I reminded him he's married and thus has pretty much reached the fashion end game. All he has to do is have one kid and suddenly he's dad core. Those tanks with the massive armholes. Ick. In England, tanks have a kettle so the crew can make tea without getting out. Not so much clothes, but an orange-looking fake tan. I've seen so many women walking around like they are hot shit looking like an Oompa Loompa. I once was about to tell a woman that she was overdoing her full pancake makeup, then I noticed she was actually hiding a large facial port wine birthmark. I learned not to comment on things like that from that incident. Fedora. When girls wear those jeans that are torn and ripped, but it's clear that the pants don't fit, so their thighs go through the holes and look like really bad hot cross buns. Those fucking toe shoes. My god, they are the ugliest shoes in the world. Shirts, jackets, hats, or anything printed with an anime girl with gigantic boobs hanging out, or has an ahegao face. Even when worn ironically. And I say this as someone who actually likes anime. Anything in leopard print. A hairy man in a mesh tank top. If he's not in thigh highs, he's not worth it. Clothes that fit him properly. My BF always wears clothes that are too big and it drives me crazy. Also men in bedazzled jeans or tops. Edit, when I say clothes that are too big, I mean excessively. Your clothes shouldn't squeeze you, they should be comfortable. Many people think that being swallowed by their clothes will make them look smaller when in reality it does the opposite. I feel if I get smaller clothes then they won't be long enough, so I end up with baggy stuff. Ed Hardy or tap-out shirts. Bedazzled clothing of any kind. Ill-fitting suits. Sandals with socks. Shirts with stupid sayings or the ones that have a list of doing whatever macho thing on the back. Fedoras. Clothing that is torn and stained because you're lazy and can't be bothered to buy new stuff. Edit, when I say clothing that is stained or torn I don't mean just chilling around the house. Don't give a fuck what a person wears in their own home. I mean when actually going out with friends or on a date. And for everyone saying clothes are expensive, yes I agree. Brand new, high-end clothing is expensive. I personally buy all my clothes and my kids' clothes at consignment shops, Goodwill, or yard sales/Facebook Marketplace. I'm able to find really nice, sometimes name brand clothes with the tags still on, for pennies on the dollar. A scarf longer than both our heights combined. Okay, I get it. Scarves are awesome, but I live in a tropical country. Just the thought of people wearing scarves makes me sweat. The fourth doctor wants to know your location. E-gauges/plugs. I'm sorry. I know they're a personal aesthetic choice, and I would never tell anyone not to get them. But I just can't get over how they look, or how they look without them. No judging, but personally I can't get over it either. Pants hanging below your ass. Stinky urine stains on khaki pants. Damn, what people have you been seeing around? Those ugly giant white feeler shoes that are popular for some reason right now with women. You all look like a 37-year-old single white man whose style is based off the Kmart blue light special. For some civilians, a military uniform is a turn-on. Ask anyone in the service, and they'll all tell you we see the uniform as a turn-off. It's so frumpy, plus we just associate it with work. If you're wearing a shirt showcasing some extreme view, such as anti-vax, gun identity, etc. But do wear those shirts, it helps when I can easily cut people from the search pool. Certain bumper stickers, too. It's nice when some people carry their own warning labels. Using your boobs as storage. Like putting a cigarette lighter in your cleavage. Just know. Sure, when she stuffs her phone in her boob men think it's hot, but when I pull my wallet out between my ballsack now everyone's screaming. From reading this post I'm finding that basically being poor is a turn-off. I'd say looking poor is a turn-off. Turtleneck sweaters on bald men makes them look like an uncircumcised penis. Steve Jobs is crying in his grave. And jeans without back pockets. Disgusting. Long clackety ass nails. Instant way to look trashy. I'm a lesbian, but when I see masculine butch women it's definitely sagging trousers and baseball cap. Can't stand it, or those big clunky trainers. Guys who wear shirts that are too tight. It doesn't accentuate your physique nor does it make your muscles look bigger. It just looks like you don't know how to do your laundry properly and you're either clueless or too stubborn to buy new clothes. Well, I'll have you know I wear small shirts because I don't know how to do my laundry. Anything Ed Hardy, Tap Out, Hurley, Lewd graphic tee, etc. Save your money, get a white tee, write douche on it with a Sharpie. Did Hurley get lumped in with Tap Out and Ed Hardy? Sagging pants. This makes sense nowadays. Not everyone wants to see your underpants, dummy. Strap-ons. Don't know why. I try to be open-minded, but when a girl walks out of the bathroom to freshen up and I make eye contact with that rubber dong, I'm just not feeling it anymore. Came here to learn something. Learned nothing. Thick feelers. I thought her comment said Chick-fil-A's for a hot minute and I was so confused. Just scrolling to see if my high pattern sock shorts combo is turning people off. Unpopular opinion, rompers. I do not and never will understand this fashion trend of baggy, shapeless fabric potato sacks. Also Crocs, but I think most people are on board with that one. When women wear a bra that doesn't fit so you can see overspill from everywhere, especially over the cups, through their shirt. Bonus if the shirt is white and doesn't fit, too. I blame the industry. I've got 7 different bras ranging from 34DD to 42G and they all fit exactly the same way, they're just made by different companies. It's hard to find bras that fit. Gut sticking out of the bottom of shirts, guy or girl. This is not a crop top. This is ill-fitting clothing. I don't care what sex it is, those fucking morons who wear their sunglasses on the back of their head. Confederate flag shirts. That's a no from me. My wife is not a fan of Minions pajamas that have been cut into shorts that I now wear out in public. Them big ugly ass DC shoes, or chunky feelers.